Hi guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Please grab your teas, grab your coffees, maybe a little bit of food, and of course, let's do this. Okay guys, you know what it is, let's take a sip. Come on, black coffee in the morning. Oh yes guys, going on my Spyro coaster. And yes guys, if you are new here today and you're into retrospectives, complete unboxed experiences, art and graphic design, and maybe the odd bit of nostalgic talk, then you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. Anyway, in yesterday's video, we had a look at the latest firmware update for the PlayStation Portal. It was a really fun video, and already I've had comments asking, is the Portal actually really that good? Now I have already done a video on this channel. It's actually quite a long way down the list now, and it does give my thoughts and feelings and just overall opinion on the device itself, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. It was one of my earlier videos, so it may not have been as, you know, as top-notch as I am now, even though I wouldn't say I'm that top-notch, but anyway, yeah, I thought it was an adequate video, and it will give you enough detail to really make up your mind. But one big question that I have noticed keep popping up is, what is the screen like? People have been saying, you know, is it as good as the Switch? It's, you know, it's not an OLED screen. Is it making some of these beautiful, beautiful first-party PlayStation games actually look a bit rubbish? Well, I tell you now, it really, really doesn't. And that is exactly what we're going to explore today. And you know what? I'm thinking, let's kill two birds with one stone. That's me killing the bird, then the one stone. Yeah. We are going to hook up the PlayStation 5. We are actually going to take some photos using photo mode in some of the games that provide that. And then we're going to come back to the studio and display some of the photographs that we take on this device, and then you can make up your mind. But I tell you what, I am certainly impressed. But yeah, let me know what you think when we get there. We're going to head over to the studio now, and I'll see you there. Bring your teas and coffees. Okay then guys, so we are set up by my lovely PlayStation 5 with a coffee to hand and my display here. Now, you know what? Spider-Man is definitely one to just get going with photo mode. I tell you that. Spider-Man is an absolute beauty of a game, and this is only the original Spider-Man and the updated one for PlayStation 5. The quality of the graphics is so beautiful, and I tell you what, there are some great landscape shots that you can definitely take, especially just putting Spider-Man in the front there, and then you've got some lovely shots of the cityscapes, and I tell you what, some great graffiti art. So I thought this is the best game to really get going with this, explore some of the features that photo mode has to offer, and then yeah, let's hook it back up to the PlayStation Portal, show it to the camera, and then you can definitely make your final thoughts. But yeah, like I said, Spider-Man is definitely the game for this. So we're going to load this up now. Ironically with my Ghost of Yote controller, but you know, I continue. So we're just going to boot this up now. And look at that already. Excuse the glare in the background there. But here we go. Let's just press start. All right, and we're just going to continue on my last save. There we go. Right then, so bit of dialogue, but we're just going to ignore that to start with, because realistically, we're just in it for the photographs today. So here we go. Can I get my controller in? Yeah, I think I can. Lovely. So, I mean, guys, I'm just going to get taken away by flying around the skitty-scapes first. Absolutely. The cityscapes in this are absolutely beautiful, really unreal. Well done to the developers for creating such a beautiful looking game. Yeah, it really is stunning. And like I said, this is just the original Spider-Man here. This isn't even Spider-Man 2 or Miles Morales. So, wow, just the work they did here to really upscale it, to make it so, so beautiful for the PlayStation 5 is really, really crazy. It really is. But anyway, we are going to try and find a really awesome shot to really get some lovely, I don't know, big colours, action scenes, maybe, I don't know, yeah, police cars, just some random stuff like that to really make a good picture to show off the PlayStation Portal. Okay, so instantly I just saw, okay, some nice brickwork there. Oh, and some shots, Okay, lovely. Well, I'm loving the shot. I think I am in the middle of a mission. But you know, we could take the shots. Okay, so he's spinning around. I'm not going to insert that Etso thing. Oh my god. So that's nice. It's all fun and games, Etsu, but I wanted an upgrade, not just something pretty to look at. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, so at the moment this might look a little bit boring, a little bit plain, but I personally love brickwork. I think it is really awesome. It always gives me kind of like comic vibes and graffiti work vibes, ready to just spray paint your artwork onto the brick. Yeah, and I know there are scenes here where there are actually some graffiti work, so we'll definitely have to have a look at that. But just to start off with, we're just going to get a nice picture of maybe, you know, just a simple one here with there's some nice bold orange, Spider-Man there, and then some darker colours in the background. Now this is probably one just to kind of show off the colours of the PlayStation Portal, just to get the contrasts, the brighter colours against the darker colours. So that's the one that we're going to explore first. So what I'm going to do is, and not many people know this, guys, is that if you press this button here, scroll down using the D-pad, and it gives you a photo mode option. Some people just think that they actually, if they press this button and it just gives you the simple UI with a screenshot, well, actually go into this first, get the right interface by pressing photo mode, and then you can get really creative. You are not just stuck by just trying to get the best screenshot you can, hoping for the best. No, you can really go to town with this by using the inbuilt UI ready for the user to get creative in photo mode. So, for example here, and there is so much to explore, and I'm not that savvy with it at all. I'm sure there are many YouTubers out there that go into great detail with this. But for me, I'm just here to maybe put a few effects on it, just to get the lighting different here to, I don't know, yeah, for example, show off the PlayStation Portal. But you can really go to town with this. So here, you can toggle along what you want by using L1 and R1, just like this, okay? And there's lots of different stuff you can use. There really, really is. But what I would quite like to do is go... Ooh, wow. Oh, yes. You can actually spin around. Sorry, I forgot about it. You can do a little bit of an Etsu spin around with the camera and a zoom in and a zoom out to really get, you know, the best. Absolutely. But what I want is... Yes, here we go. Filter. I really love a good filter on my pictures, and I tell you what, there are some that can really make the colours really pop. So, ooh, that one's quite a nice one there. It has actually brought a little bit more light onto this brickwork here, just there, which is nice. Still keeping that orange effect there, and still keeping Spider-Man really nice and red. I do like that one. Bit of a greyer one there. Oh, gone a bit green there as well. I like that one. That one's pretty nice. And again, I do like this one. Ah, there we go. Pop art! Yes, love that. We will just quickly scroll through all of them just so you get a good idea of the range of filters that you do get here. There we go. Wow. Yeah, there is a lot. Whoa, cool blues. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really nice. Whoa. Okay, wow, yeah, and then it starts to get a little bit creative, it really does. That's a cool one. Hey, I like that. That's cool, that's cool. Pixelated retro. Oh, that's a bit of me, that's a bit of me. Yeah, and then it goes back round to the beginning. So I quite like this one. This one is really nice. We've got Spider Chrome. Now, like I said, it really does just highlight the darker features there, coming into the forefront with that orange brickwork and then Spider-Man himself. I think this one will really kind of give you an idea of how the colours balance when we show it up on the portal. So this is definitely one that we're going to take. Again, you can zoom around, spin around with that camera just to get a little bit of a, different angle on Spider-Man. Spider-Man won't move, so it is just really orientating around Spider himself. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to hide the UI. Now, not many people know about that either. People are like, oh, well, I've just done a really lovely image here. I've got him in the right place, but I've got all this user interface right in front of me. How do I get rid of it? Well, it's actually just simple. Press triangle, and then you go into this button here. All right, that then brings up the screenshot option. And take your picture, and then that goes directly into your library of pictures on the PlayStation 5. That is really, really cool, and it's such an awesome feature to have. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that back button there, and then I'm now just going to press circle, all right, and then I'm actually just going to continue the game. So I've done my picture and I'm ready to continue. So I think that's a really nice one just to kind of get the idea of the darker colours leading into lighter colours, and then that big vibrant Spider himself. Spidey, shall I say. But let's take a sip of coffee, guys. Come on, baby. Let's go, let's go. Okay, lovely. Right then, so we're going to continue. I'm hoping to maybe take 3 pictures today. Well, look at that action though with the lasers coming in there. Wow. I'm definitely in a bit of a hot red zone at the moment. But just look at this. Spidey just absolutely swinging around. And whoa, okay, and boom, yes. I'm so glad I caught that. Now, if you are swinging around, okay, and you do want to get a bit of an action shot as is swinging, you do have to actually time it quite well. I just had a bit of a fast reaction there, so I was able to pull that off. Remember, it is this button here that you are pressing first to then get this user interface up, to then toggle up to photo mode. You're pressing X, all right, and now, whoo, daddy, all right then. So now we have got a pretty cool action shot with a lovely piece of art there. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay then, so again, you can toggle that camera around just with the right analog stick, and again, you can zoom in and out with the left, all right. Now, I really want to get kind of Spidey just in the corner here, looking up at that awesome piece of art there, don't you think? I think that is really, really awesome. So this is a shot that I want to take to maybe explore the detail that is captured in the PlayStation Portal. There's a lot going on here, but I think this is really, really good because it'll just allow me to kind of go, right, hold up that portal and go, can we really see that lovely bit of art nice and clearly against Spidey as well? So yeah, this is such a cool action shot that I managed to get here. Again, guys, there is so much to explore on this user interface here with regard to the photo mode. Again, I'm still not that clued up with it myself. I do need to do a bit more exploring. However, definitely check out some YouTubers. I am sure there are loads out there that go into great detail, and I'll just keep saying that because I am no photographer at all. I just know my basics here, but just enough to show you guys, my audience. All right then, so that is actually a really lovely picture, okay? Maybe we'll toggle over to maybe have a look at some more filter types. So it is this little icon here with 2 circles overlapping. That is what you want to create the whole, cool vibe. Okay. And again, that's a nice one. That was the same one that I went for last time. I always kind of go for the same vibe. Do you know what I mean? My eyes always drawn, and then I look back and, oh, that was the one that I had last time, yeah. But yeah, some really, really lovely filters. Oh, there was pop art. Maybe we'll go for pop art because we didn't have that one last time. And again, that really will highlight some beautiful, beautiful colours that are used here. I mean, look at that blue now. That is really shining through. And I actually like it because the blue dark night sky there actually really works against that blue Grim Reaper there, shall we call it. So that is awesome. What you can also do on this now, guys, as well, is you can actually put a frame around it as well, which is some really cool stuff that you can explore. So here, you can get really, really creative, you know, and make it almost like a comic. So yeah, some really lovely filters that you can put onto your images as well. And when you do take the screenshot, these filters and this border will still be on there. So that is pretty cool. Whoa, that's pretty awesome. Now you do just have to be mindful that some of the borders aren't covering up some of your artwork that you have wanted to display. So for example here, Spidey now is covered up by a sticker of Spider-Man. But nevertheless, oh, that's pretty cool. I quite like that one. Actually, Spidey's almost like he's creating that web there. So actually, go on. I actually quite like that. Why not? I mean, yeah, I might want to move Spidey around just a little bit. Just as if it looks like his web is interconnected with that web there on the frame. But I actually quite like that. Okay, we'll stick with this, especially the writing here. We'll see how well the portal picks up the text. So we're just going to press triangle just to hide that user interface with regards to the photo mode. And then now we're going to go back to this button to bring up this option here. And then again, we're going to take the screenshot. Lovely stuff, really nice. Okay, and again, to just get rid of that, you press that button again, press circle, and then continue the game. Woo! Lovely. Okay then. And again, we're just going to continue flying around. I would like to take one more shot. I'm not going to get involved too much with any of the tasks at the moment. Oh. Typical glitch. I mean, it's not an artsy game. A stream is on TikTok when there's out a glitch. I ain't cutting that out. That's hilarious. Okay, so again, we're just going to appreciate Spy just swinging around there. I believe I have got some, lovely tricks that I can do now. He is about to die, though, to be fair. Woohoo! Yeah, lovely. Okay, so maybe we'll try and get to the top of a building and then try and get some cityscape stuff. So here we go. Let's try and run up this building. Here we go. Nice. Ooh, oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God. And it looks like I've got to go up there anyway for a task. But just look at this cityscape. How beautiful is this? Okay, so we have got Spidey there just resting on the platform there, looking out into that cityscape. Really lovely. We've got bits of smoke there where obviously there are things going down. Really nice. And then there we go. We've got that beautiful building in the middle there. I think this will be a really, really lovely shot. Now this, I would say, is more of a shot to really kind of see how well the portal takes one kind of big steady color across the whole picture. This is very, very blue, very, very gray, but a lot of detail in this. Okay, so we will just see how well the portal picks that up. But I tell you what, really, really lovely. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We are just going to press this button here just to bring up photo mode. Again, like I said, there are so many different avenues you can explore in here. I'm just going to go through the basics. I think there is even stuff where you can just swap out Spider's suit as well. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Again, obviously things to explore there. I do want to keep him nice and bright though, just so we can see him on the portal. So I believe my first one was probably the best there. Oh, I tell you what though, bam! Okay, actually, I take that back. That's looking pretty badass. We're gonna stick with that. Okay. We are gonna toggle over to the filters. So let's put a little bit of a filter on that. Why not? Okay. Ooh, vintage is looking pretty cool. I like that. Oh yeah, there's that spider chrome again. Sci-fi green. There's that pop art. Oh, look at pop art though. That really does spring a few little extra colours in there. Actually, you know what? I think I will go for pop art on this one because I do want to see how well the portal just picks up more intricate bits of detail with spots of colour. So yeah, we are definitely going to have that one, I think. We probably won't pop a frame on this one because I think just literally the picture does the talking on this one. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the UI there, and again going to go back to this button. It will pop up the screenshot. Press X for the screenshot. It has just taken it and it's gone straight into my library. Brilliant. Again, I'm going to press this button. All right, press circle, and then I can continue the game. How amazing is that? Well, those are our 3 pictures that I have chosen to highlight the portal. We are going to head back into the other studio, and yeah, we're just going to take a little cheeky look. I'll see you over there. Okay then, guys, coffee to hand, of course. Let's just take a quick sip before we explore these awesome pictures that we have just taken. There we go, here we go. Let's take a sip. Absolutely. Well, okay then, guys, here is our awesome picture that we have taken of Spider-Man here. Now, what are your thoughts? I mean, yes, I understand me just filming this via a phone and then obviously you watching this on YouTube is definitely not going to give you the overall best experience to see how well the screen actually does display, but I think it does give a good representation. I can definitely see through this camera that it has picked up every single bit of brickwork there and the detail around the cement, which I think works really well. It hasn't kept the darker bits here too dark. There are still lovely little bits of lighting just cascading up some of the darker work there, which I think is really lovely and is something that I didn't think it would pick up that well, but it really, really has. And again, the filter that I put on well, the overall picture has got the filter on, but what I mentioned earlier was that the picture managed to highlight this brickwork here in a lovely, subtly orange effect. And again, I believe that has picked up that absolutely beautifully. And again, every single bit of detail of the rubbish and cardboard on the floor there has been picked up so well in great detail. It really is lovely to see. And again, I believe the colours still pop really lovely. I mean, look how bright Spider-Man's suit is there. I think that is absolutely top notch. I chose to go for a nice bright red just to see how much it stands out. Because my monitor over there that does display the PlayStation 5 is really bright. I have set it so that games look really beautiful. And yeah, I think it is still represented here wonderfully on the portal. So really, really nice. We're going to move on to the next picture. All right then, guys. So this one was, I think, my favorite. Yeah, this one is so badass. I love the frame that we put around it. I think that works so well. And yeah, to start off with, the lovely Spider-Man logo there, Amazing Spider-Man, is shining through. Really lovely. None of the text is distorted or anything. It's not merged or smudged together. It is really, really pristine. And again, come on, guys, the Grim Reaper there is definitely shining through. Look how blue he looks. And in fact, I would say, guys, he's popping more than he was on my display there. He is shining through so well against that lovely fire art that is in the backdrop, against that artwork piece. It is so, so awesome. And again, every single little bit of detail there around the whole building is picked up wonderfully. Again, we've still got that light cascading up the brickwork there that is captured well in this image, and again is displayed so well on the portal here. Again, in the streets there, you still have got all those city lights there, but the fading is meant to be there, guys. The lights of city lights are faded and, you know, smudged around a little bit. And I wasn't actually expecting the portal to pick that up either. I thought it was just kind of going to be one kind of big smudge of colours. But actually, every single pop of light there is displayed so, so wonderfully. I tell you what, guys, this screen is really wonderful. It is not OLED, would you believe? This screen is not OLED, and I tell you what, it could easily get away with being OLED. It is a really, really wonderful screen. So yeah, fantastic. I love this image. I think some of these images will be going up on TikTok for sure because they are so, so badass. But nothing much more to say with this really, apart from, I think I did mention the blue city kind of like sky there with the light just kind of fading up just to make it more of like a navy blue is coming through. I think on the screen, my TV one, it was actually a little bit more bluer than this, just to make it really go well with the Grim Reaper. I think it might have just lost it a little bit there, but nevertheless, I think it is really, really awesome. But yeah, we're going to take a look at our third and final picture. Okay then, so here is our third and final picture. Now, you know what? I think out of all three, this one maybe has to be the worst. I think the blue, well, I say blue, the night sky, there's subtle blue in there, but I'm maybe more towards grey. Yeah, I would say there is a little bit of distortion there. You can actually see pixels as they fade into different colours. And I think this one, as we were taking it, I thought would be the most testing one for the portal because it is kind of one big standard block of, yeah, blues, greys, greens, mild ones at that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would say this one probably isn't the best picture that is displaying at the moment, but nevertheless, it has got every bit of detail that I did want to see. We have got the small pops of colour, okay, around in the city that has been picked up well. Of course, we've got Spider-Man here. No problems with Spider-Man. He is shining through really lovely. Every bit of detail there is spot on. Can't complain about Spider-Man himself. But the actual backdrop, I think, yeah, it's not picking up as well as I would say on my TV. You can actually see on the camera. Can you see the distortion there? You can see, they are not clouds, by the way. I can see every single pixel as they're trying to fade it into subtle colours there. But nevertheless, it is really good what the portal is displaying. It was a tricky shot there that I did test it for. But like I said, that is just the sky. If we're looking solely at the actual cityscape itself, yeah, it is actually top notch. Every single cityscape skyliner, is that the word you want to use, is fully visible. I did mention those pops of smoke where action is taking off. They are fully visible, and lovely bits of detail here and there as it subtly fades into that night sky. Yeah, some really, really lovely bits of detail has been picked up, and I am happy with that. Yeah, with regards to that. But yeah, guys, okay, those are our three pictures. I am really happy with this portal, though. But yeah, we are going to head back into our main studio and we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. Right then guys, here we go. There is the portal. And hopefully I displayed some really awesome pictures there just to highlight how wonderful this display really is, yeah. But just a quick pointer, to be able to display your images that you have captured on your PlayStation 5, in order to be able to view them on this device, you do need to hook this up via remote play. So that is something that you do need to consider. If you are just going with this device, you know, and wanting it standalone, which some people are considering now with these Blu-ray... I need a coffee, and by the way, guys, it's just the dregs. It's just the dregs. God, I was doing so well and my words got messed up there. Anyway, I continue. Some people are considering getting this as a standalone device now with the recent update because, yeah, guys, it really, really is. You can literally just pick this up without picking up a fat boy PlayStation. However, if you did want to start getting creative with your screenshots, etc., and you wanting to view them on your PlayStation portal, then yes, you do have to have a PlayStation 2 connect via the remote play to be able to do that, because you are greeted with the user interface to be able to toggle over to your captures, and then that is how you do it there. I do not believe you can just simply go onto the cloud service and start looking up your personal details with regards to trophies, with regards to images and videos you have collected on your PlayStation, yeah. So I do believe that feature is solely a remote play thing, yeah. So just something to bear in mind if you are thinking of picking this up as a standalone device. But yes, wow, guys, there we go. What are your thoughts? Will you be picking this up for Christmas, as Christmas is not too far around the corner? Yeah, absolutely. So definitely let me know. Let me know what your thoughts were on the display as well. Did you think it was really good, or was I just chatting absolute rubbish? And we are going to continue with our comment of the day. And yeah, with my last video, it was Chloe Jukes that said, I actually personally think the animated characters look better on those Harry Potter pickups that I've picked up recently. Yeah, I'm gone, guys, I'm gone. Better than the actual real life actors, yeah, and I'll pop that screenshot at the end of this. But thanks, Chloe, for getting involved in the comments and having a good old time with the rough and ready artsy gamer. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Anyway, that is me, guys. That is the artsy gamer. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Over and out.